Greetings ladies and gentlemen from Dr Everidge here for another little cocktail chat. Now, garnishes are something that are very often neglected, unfortunately most of all by myself, but there are some drinks where you really can't get away without using a garnish. And there are also some garnishes that spark the imagination and allow you to build a drink around them. Now I've got an ingredient here which I think is one such thing. This is something that I've got from a place called Cowley's Fine Foods. They do jerkies and things like that, and they do a sort of a powdered version of these. And this is the ham version, so it's kind of like powdered ham jerky. Now I was looking at it and it got me thinking about margaritas. When you have your margarita and you have a crust of salt or sugar in some cases around the rim of your glass. And I thought, wouldn't it be great if you could find a drink where you could have powdered ham jerky around the rim of the glass? Now, I thought that was a fantastic idea to build a drink around, so let's do that. Now I've got a glass and I've got some maple syrup. Now normally when we're putting salt on a glass, I use lemon juice. For putting some other things on, I tend to use sugar syrup. I thought for ham that the maple syrup would really go well with that flavour. So already we're starting to build our drink. So I've just popped some maple syrup into this little bowl and just popped that in there. So I've now got syrup around that. I've also put some of this powdered ham onto a plate. And what I'm going to do is just pop that in there, move it about a bit to really get it coated. I'm going to leave it there for a little bit because we want it to set. If you move this, turn this around too quick, any rogue syrup that's on there is going to drip down the side of your cocktail glass, and that, whilst not the end of the world, would make your cocktail experience somewhat sticky. So, we've got the start of the drink. My dangerous yet camera shy paramour has compared this to building an outfit around a pair of shoes. So we've got our pair of shoes here. What are we going to put with it? Well, I'm thinking we'll carry on the theme with the maple syrup, half a shot of maple syrup into a cocktail shaker with ice. There we go. I think more than half a shot probably would overpower. We don't want the maple syrup to really cut through everything else that we're going to put in this. There we go. Certainly nice and gloopy. Now, what else would go nicely with the sort of ham and syrup that we've got going? We're thinking pig. Well, apple I think goes really nice with that sort of flavour. I happen to have some apple liqueur. I think if you don't have this, you could probably just as easily use apple juice, but I've got it, so I'll use it. I think a little bit more than the syrup. One shot we're going to try, and this is total cocktail experimentation. I have no idea how this is going to turn out, but let's play and see. So one shot of apple liqueur. Now, that's fine, but we need something else to really make the drink pop. What about the body of the drink, the main spirit? What are we going to use for that? Vodka? No, that's not right. Absinthe? Oh goodness, no. Gin? Again? No. Rum? Possible, but it's still not quite right. Bourbon. Yes, that's the ticket. Yes, we'll use bourbon. There we go. I think this is really going to complement the apples and the maple syrup and the ham, with giving it almost sort of like a toffee apple kind of feel with this bourbon. I would say, as a starter, 2 shots into our drink. Fantastic. There we go. So, let's give it a shake and see what we've got. Lovely. there we go. There's our glass crusted with crumbed ham. There we go. So let's try and see what it's like. That'll do, pig. The ham works really well because when you lean in to get a taste of it, you get that straight away. It smells, the apple and the maple syrup work really well together, and there's the smokiness of the bourbon underneath it. I could definitely drink that. That's an excellent drink. What to call it though? What to call this amazing porcine product? Well, it's kind of making me think about, a roast pig on a spit, maybe, sort of with an apple in its mouth, with possibly a bourbon and maple glaze over it. So I think the best thing we could call this is a suckling pig. I think it works. Everidge out.
All I want is a liquor in my growler. Dr. Everidge.